Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's the Watchman, Brother Kevin Muhammad on the West Coast, bringing to you that Abraham covenant, brothers and sisters, that Abraham covenant. What is the Abraham covenant, one might ask? The Abraham covenant belongs to the original black woman and black man who underwent the Holocaust. This is our contract we made with Allah before undergoing 400 years of enslavement and afflictions at the hand of the European Caucasian, the devil. The Bible calls him in the old Bible the Chaldean, land of merchants. The major points of the covenant: number one, strangers in a land that is not ours. That's North America, brothers and sisters. Number two, 400 years of afflictions and servitude. That's what we and our ancestors did, brothers and sisters. 400 years here under affliction and enslavement, meaning we worked from sun up to sundown with no money, no pay, nothing. Got the worst treatment ever at anybody. Everybody always say, oh man, y'all ain't the only slaves. Yeah, everybody else was called indentured slaves. Other words, they kept their name, they kept their religion, they kept their belongings, they ate their food that they normally ate, and they had their native tongue. You see, and they wasn't beaten day in and day out. They wasn't raped day in and day out. They wasn't sodomized day in and day out. When the slave master wanted, or any of his workers, overseers, wanted your woman, you had to wait on the front porch. If you had a front porch, they would go in and rape your woman. That's what they did, brothers and sisters. They want to hide it and tell you other than that, but that's the case, brothers and sisters. You can go look it up for yourself. At this time, brothers and sisters, I want to give you number three. The nation had afflicted us would be judged. Let me get it back to that. The nation that had afflicted us, they would go under a judgment. Because for every action, there's a reaction, brothers and sisters. For every action, there's a reaction. We call it consequences. So every action, there's a reaction. And number four, we will return to our land. That's our birthright. After the 400 years, brothers, we had a birthright. And that birthright of that 400 years was that we would get what is called the promised land. So we will return to our land. And our land is Arabia. Our land is Arabia. Is between the river of Egypt and the great river Euphrates, Euphrates, the Euphrates River. Brothers and sisters, this is our land. That's our area. That's our birthright. It don't cost you nothing but to register at waralert.org. waralert.org, brothers and sisters. Go to waralert.org, download the information, and then receive the thorough knowledge that the Son of Man has for us. Receive that thorough knowledge, brothers and sisters, that will get us to our land, get us back home, get us back in the area, not this area on the Western Hemisphere. I see brothers and sisters, make the statement, the whole earth belongs to us. So all of it is our land. That's true, brothers and sisters. Ain't nothing wrong with that statement. But we being the gods, we wanted the best part. We wanted the best part of the land that on the planet Earth, and that just happened to be in the land called Arabia. The best part is in the land called Arabia. Brothers and sisters, so if you would go to waralert.org, that's War Alert, WARALERT.org, waralert.org, brothers and sisters. Administrator Sister has got that page and that website ready for you. Register, brothers and sisters. Get your name in the book of life. Get your name and get that ticket back home. They want to bribe you through one of their henchmen, one of their demons, a man who's in everybody's side, that they call him Farrakhan. Farrakhan, that's who they call him. He's been in the messenger seat for the last 42 years. But he ain't there to guide you and lead you back to the promised land. That's the last thing on his lips, or his student ministers, or any of his ministers that speak. They have them come up every Sunday. They'll have another one coming up this Sunday. But that's one thing they will not speak on. They will not speak on the promised land. They speak a little bit about the Abraham covenant, but they don't go into detail. They don't go into detail about the Abraham covenant, your birthright, and the promised land. You got to ask yourself, brothers and sisters, those of you who are in the Nation of Islam, ask yourself, brothers and sisters, why is it against the law in the Nation of Islam to speak of the promised land? Why is it against the law in the Nation of Islam to speak of the Abraham covenant, your birthright, which is the promised land? Ask your leaders, brothers. Ask those in the exalted council, uh, whatever that is, you know the name of it. And while you sitting around, brother, y'all ask in the exalted council, the ones who's supposed to be in head of the Nation of Islam now, ask yourself, brothers and sisters, why aren't y'all speaking of the Abraham covenant? Why are y'all not speaking about our birthright? Why are y'all not speaking of the land that we was to get, the promised land, after the end of the 400-year sojourn in this North American wilderness? They wrote 2 books on defending Farrakhan, and y'all do that job well. Y'all do that job so well defending Farrakhan that you fail to defend your own family. You fail to defend your own family. That your wife, your children, your children's children, you defend Farrakhan, but fail to defend your own family, brothers and sisters. If you have a family, if you got a wife, if you got children, if you got grandchildren, they have a right to know that they have, after their 400 years here in the North American wilderness, that the reward is the promised land, our own land that we can do for self on. Ask yourself, brothers and sisters. But see, the Legion, Louis Eugene Graham, ION, who's got the NOI turned around backwards, he's the one that's blocking the way of the Abraham covenant. He's the one that's blocking the knowledge contained to the Abraham covenant. Why, brothers and sisters? Because the simplest reason there is, he's not working for pushing the Elijah Muhammad, Master Fard Muhammad's program. He's not pushing that. He's not advocating that. You know what he's advocating. He ain't talking about no promised land. He's talking about 6 to 7 states here in the North American wilderness, when we already know what's going to happen here. The judgment, as I have read to you, the judgment is coming to America. The judgment is coming to America, brothers and sisters. You can see the examples of it happen over here in Hawaii. It burned up. That's how America's going to be doing pretty soon, brothers and sisters. It's going to be doing it pretty soon, without first those who are coming to do war with America. Those who are coming to do war with America. They ain't coming for no negotiation. They coming to kill, murder, and maybe even take prisoners for slaves. That's coming, brothers and sisters. America has, time is coming to an end. It's coming to an end because the Abraham covenant, our 400 years, have came to an end. But you don't know nothing about that, those of us in the Nation of Islam. That's why it has to be a resurrected Nation of Islam. There has to be a resurrected Nation of Islam. And that's what us, the watchmen and the watchwomen, are bringing to you, brothers and sisters. We are bringing this to you from the Son of Man, the messenger of the covenant, who would suddenly appear in Elijah's temple. And he has appeared, brothers and sisters, for the last 30 years. And as I have stated in previous presentations, he went to the Nation of Islam with what he has, once he had lifted the 7 seals off the 22 chapters of the book of Revelation and revealed the information. He took it to the Nation of Islam so that we could be informed of what time it was and what we had to do in this day and time The Nation of Islam has rejected it. So we, the resurrected Nation of Islam, your watchman and watchwoman, are bringing it to you, resurrected, to bring back something into use or existence that has disappeared. Say, Brother Muhammad, the Nation of Islam didn't disappear. Oh, brothers and sisters, you got a shadow. You got a shadow of the Nation of Islam. You got the FOI and the MGT in the Nation of Islam, but they're not talking or preparing and speaking of the Abraham covenant. They're not preparing and talking about the promised land, about your birthright after your 400 years. And they're not talking about going home. And it's got to do with the leader, Louis Eugene Grimes. That is what is holding the information back. Brothers and sisters, you are now taught to integrate into the American system. You're taught to integrate with your known enemy. You're taught to obey his rules and his laws. Your natural born enemy, the Chaldeans, the Europeans, here in the North American wilderness and abroad. Brothers and sisters, we are coming to you to wake you up. We have accepted the messenger of the covenant. We have downloaded the information that he has provided for us. After lifting them 7 seals off of the 22 chapters of the book of Revelation, now you can go to waralert.org and you can retrieve that information, brothers and sisters, that's vital to you, that's vital to us as a people in order for our future to be brighter. New land, brothers and sisters, that's our land, that we can set up God's kingdom right in that new land that was previously ours. Brothers and sisters, what will you do, you in the Nation of Islam, tribe of Levites? This information is mainly for you because you are the ones that are it been left in charge to spread the information, to be speaking about what me and the rest of the watchmen and watchwomen have been doing, brothers and sisters. This is what the Nation of Islam is supposed to be doing. But under the leadership of the Exalted Council, which is still ran by Farrakhan, y'all are not pushing that program of the Abraham covenant. So we got to be in front of you, letting you know what you should be doing. Will you do it, brothers and sisters? Those out there who call themselves Christians and their ministers, that's not and have never been our religion. That's not and has never been our religion. To be truthfully honest with you, brothers and sisters, we didn't have a religion. Islam is not a religion to us. This is our nature. This is our nature, brothers and sisters. Mathematics. Everything can be proven. Our nature is Islam. Christianity was the Caucasian religion. Christianity is the Caucasian religion. Christianity don't have no consequences. You can do whatever you want, and all you have to do is say, I believe in Jesus. He so-called died for my sins. No, brothers and sisters, that's not the truth. You know that everything you do have consequences. Good or bad, there is consequences in everything that you do. It's up to you, brothers and sisters. Nobody is going to do it for you. Only thing we can do, the watchmen and watchwomen, the resurrected nation of Islam, is to give these lectures and speak to you and prepare for you. The waralert.org. Prepare for you, the waralert.org, so you can register and go on and get the information and be like unto us, spreading the truth, spreading the truth. You sacrifice the truth, brothers and sisters. You sacrificing your reward. You sacrificing your birthright. You're sacrificing your promised land. All because you're in love with a man that's in front of you, who's not working to benefit the liberation and salvation of the black nation. He's not working for that, brothers and sisters. He's working for the opposite. He wants you to stay here in America, serving the FBI by getting you to stay here, and then serving the House of Saud that's in Saudi Arabia on our land, serving them if he keep us here, and then we won't go back and retrieve our promised land that they are on. So he's not benefiting. I know y'all love him. I know y'all feel that he's the man, but the only man he is the son of perdition. Let me show you that right quick, brothers and sisters. The man of perdition. You know him. It's in your book. Have patience with me, brothers and sisters. Right there. The son of perdition. That's him, brothers and sisters. Sitting right in your straight path, telling you, letting you know that in 201, he didn't believe when him and Wallace D, Elijah's son, was interviewed by the dude from India. Told you he didn't believe in Master Farah Muhammad. He did not believe in Elijah Muhammad. And now he has exalted himself above both of them. You can heard his lectures throughout the years. He said he's a young God over all that's in that who previously came for him. Did he not say this, brothers and sisters? When in truth and in reality, In truth and reality, brothers and sisters, he's been begging that we forgive 400 years of the worst treatment ever on the planet Earth. He's begging because he works for them, not for us, brothers and sisters. He works for them, not for us. I know you feel that he's working for you. He's been in your face for 42 years, robbing you, taking money from you. The Savior Day that he said he didn't believe in the Savior or the messenger, y'all pile up and give him money. The reason why I know this, brothers and sisters, because I was in the nation also. But now I'm of the resurrected nation of Islam. Because when I was in the nation, I didn't know about the Abraham covenant. I heard about it before I got in the nation, when we were going to church and Sunday school every day of the week except Saturdays and Mondays, twice on Sundays. Baptist, that's what we were under, Baptist. And that preacher back then, back in the 60s, I was born in 59, so it was back in the 60s when we were going to church and the Abraham covenant, the promised land was mentioned. But now, brothers and sisters, it's not mentioned. No one is speaking of it. Like I said, the Christians, they can't speak of it because they're not taught. They're taught that their religion is Christianity, and the preachers who preach to you every Sunday or whenever you go to church, they get their license and their certificates from the theologian school of the Chaldeans, the devil. You go and get that certificate, he tell you what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. So, brothers and sisters, you don't know of the Abraham covenant. We are here to give you that divine reminder about the Abraham covenant. We are your warners, brothers and sisters, trying to enlighten you and prepare you. And Master Suleiman, after giving us the thorough knowledge of self, will deliver us back to our promised land, Arabia, and we'll set up God's kingdom there, brothers and sisters. Will you listen? Will you do the research? And if you don't, it's not our fault, brothers and sisters. Your blood will not be on our hand. The Abraham covenant, Genesis 15:12. Genesis 15:12, brothers and sisters. Chapter 15, verse 12. You can read it for yourself. Read it so you can understand and know. And then download that waralert.org so you can get that vital information on what must be done in this day and time, brothers and sisters. You can get that vital information. And this is what's on the table, brothers and sisters, for anyone who can prove that Farrakhan or any of his ministers are speaking and teaching Elijah's teaching, Master Farad teaching, Master Farad Muhammad's teaching, The whole purpose of him coming here, brothers and sisters, in 1930, the whole purpose of him coming here, once his father Fonzo Muhammad found out where we were, once his father Fonzo Muhammad found out where we were, he went to the Caucasus Mountain and got a Chaldean woman. Why did he get a Chaldean woman, Muhammad? There wasn't no sisters where he was. Of course there was, brothers and sisters. And of course there was sisters where he was, brothers and sisters. But he knew that where we were, the prison guards, those who was in charge, those who was checking who come in and who come out their country, were the Chaldeans. They know that they read the book. They had the Bible for 500 years. They know that one will be coming for us. They know the Abraham covenant more than you do, evidently. You don't know about it. The Nation of Islam is not talking about it. $500 cash, brothers. No takers. No takers have came to see and to collect that money because they know that Farrakhan is not teaching Elijah's teaching. They know he's teaching other than that. Master Fard Muhammad came in 1930 to let us know that we had 91 years left on our 400-year prison sentence. That's the whole purpose he came here, brothers and sisters. You can't tell me that it wasn't. WarAlert.org, brothers and sisters. You got to download that webcast, that website. Go on and get that information for yourself. WarAlert.org, brothers and sisters. Get that information for yourself. Our 400-year journey is over. It's up to you. I know you want to defend the devil, Farrakhan, but he is under the, let me get to it. Okay, hold it right there. Cover that. Cover that. He is under the demons, brothers and sisters. He's a demon. His father's a white boy, Chaldean, who raped his mother. So therefore, he don't work for us. He's not working for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. If so, as simple as if it was so, brothers and sisters, he'll be talking about the Abraham covenant. He'll be talking about that it just ended in 2019. And right after the 400 years, God will come with a plague. That's the information, brothers and sisters. He'll be preparing for a way home for us. But he's not that. He's telling you other than that. You know what he's telling you. You know what Ishmael and all those who get in front of the mic on Sunday in the national headquarters, they're not telling you about the Abraham covenant. Why is that, brothers and sisters? Why are they not telling you about that? It's because they don't believe in it. They don't believe in it, brothers and sisters. They believe other than. They believe we should stay here. That's what they believe, brothers and sisters. For if they believe other than that, then they'll teach other than that. They will be teaching. He said he want to stay here with 7 states. Where's the preparation for that, brothers and sisters? That ain't what's gonna happen. He know what's gonna happen. He know that America's gonna go under a chastisement, under the judgment. It's gonna be burnt. But he's telling you about 7 states, but there's no preparation for the 7 states, brother. Who's planting food in them states that feed us? Who's planting food, brothers and sisters? Who's preparing? Where's the builders? Is the Chaldeans in those 7 states just supposed to pack up and walk out and go somewhere else? Do it make any sense to you, brothers and sisters? It says, can a Muslim be fooled today? Well, evidently we've been fooled. You say, well, can a Muslim be fooled by the devil? It didn't say, can he be fooled by a demon? A demon. That's what we've been fooled today by, brothers and sisters. Them demons. We're being fooled by them demons. That's a black-faced white boy. Supposed to be 34 million of us. 17 million are demons. And Farrakhan is the chief demon that's deceiving you of your birthright, your promised land, Arabia, by telling you other than that. You won't do no research for yourself. You're doing a hell of a good job of defending him at the expense of your own family. Now, when your family members start going, your wife start going to waralert.org and reading into it, and then she start looking at you and asking you questions, you're going to have to tell her what? We don't want to leave America. We caught up in the gravitational vortex of that bullshit that Farrakhan got into our head. What you gonna do, brothers and sisters? What you gonna say? I'm your brother, Kevin Muhammad, the Watchman on the West Coast, your warner, your divine reminder, like the other watchmen and watchwomen that's been speaking to you, been speaking to you since 2020, brothers and sisters, telling you about these things, telling you about the Abraham covenant, leading you to the Son of Man. If you don't do it, brothers and sisters, you will be going through tribulation. And most of us won't make it. So at the extent of defending Farrakhan, you're killing your own family. At that time, you'll be thinking, damn, was it worth it? When you watch your child die in your arm, when you watch your wife die, your grandchildren die, because all of us is not going to make it through tribulation, brothers and sisters. You got to go to waralert.org, download that information, register so you can get the information and become a reminder of the Abraham covenant, become a reminder of the warner and the man of the Abraham covenant, the one who lifted the 7 seals off the 22 chapters of the book of Revelation. a warner and a divine reminder to our people so we can get our birthright, get our promised land, and land back into, catch that ride back home. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters.